Hi, this is Christia from iChooseToThrive.com, and today I want to talk to you about supporting someone who is grieving. Sometimes my people, sometimes we say things that we should not say, and these are very common things that we tend to say. Now, it's not because of ill intentions, it's just that death is a very awkward thing. And it's very awkward to try to comfort someone who has suffered such a loss. What do you do? So we go to our default and we'll start saying very similar things as our go-to when someone passes. And this is something that, if you think about it, is very common. And so what I want to do is talk a little bit about those things not to say and what you can say instead. I'm going to give you 5 of those things today. And if you want more, then go to the website at iChooseThrive.com, pull up that blog or that article, and I'm going to give you more. So the first thing is, I know how you feel. No, you don't. I mean, one thing about it, loss, when we're dealing with losses, the feelings are very similar, but the experience that people have can vary from person to person. So you don't really know how this person is feeling with their loss. Now, you know how you feel with your loss, but it's different from how they would feel with their loss. So saying how they feel and knowing and being an expert of their feeling is not good. Okay? Instead, consider saying, I can only imagine how you feel. You see? So you're giving them that space to have their experience and not impose your experience onto them. Okay? Number 2, is there anything I can do? Now, again, this is wonderful to offer yourself, to extend yourself, to serve a need, to offer comfort, to do something. Sometimes this is effective, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we will say that but don't really mean it. Like, I'll say it because that's the thing to say, but I really don't want you to ask me to do anything. There are some people where that is the reality. That's them. That's okay. But for others who are really wanting to be there and to be present and to be helpful, then instead of waiting for this grieving person to come up with ways that you can help them, you have no understanding of their life, what's going on. You know, if you know that this is a single parent, or this is a wife and who just lost her husband, or anything's going on, and they have kids, and now she's got to wake up and take the kids to school that week, then why not offer that? You know what, for the next week, I'm going to get up and I'm going to come to your house, help the kids get ready, and I'm going to take them to school so that you can have a little bit more rest. And I'm going to get you some breakfast as well. This is something that you can do. You can step in and do the need. Or I'm going to cook a few meals for, a few days so you don't have to think about that. Now, granted, they may already have a lot of food in that refrigerator. So, a lot of casseroles and things like that. So that may help them for next week, but they maybe check in with them a few weeks later and say, well, how are you doing with all the food that you've got? You want me to get you something else? You want to get something from a restaurant, or you want me to stop and get you some whatever? But just looking to see what the need is, okay? Usually when everything dies down, all of the attention, everyone's showing up for the funeral, the person that you care about is still left with the grief. So after all the attention and the activity, I'll be here in about a week or two, or in about a month, just to check in with you, just to see how you're doing with this, okay? That would be looking at where the need is and standing up and taking action with that, okay? Sometimes, number 3, saying nothing at all. Now, one thing about grief is that it's very awkward. We don't always know what to say. So sometimes we just don't say anything at all. And then just crickets. There's just crickets. We didn't get a call. We don't get a text. We didn't get a card. It's just awkward for you. So therefore, you don't say anything to the person who's dealing with the grief. I would rather you consider just saying, you know what, I don't know what to say, but I'm here for you. And I would love to just come and just sit, and we can hug anytime you want to, but I just want to be present, and we don't have to talk about anything. And plus, I don't know what to talk about. Number 4, gone to a better place. And okay, as a Christian, I get it. And as Christians, we'll get it. You know, you give your life to Christ, you live accordingly, you close your eyes, you're in a better place, you're good, okay? But not everyone has the same beliefs, and you don't want to make the assumption that people have the same beliefs. But instead, just focus on the person that's here. Whether or not this person has moved on, has gone to a better place, we don't know anything. We don't get insight into anything that happens beyond date. We have our ideas, but we can't say for any individual what's next for them. We can't do that. We cannot do that. We cannot make that assumption. And so, but what we can do is talk more about the person that is in front of you that is suffering that loss, and making it about their suffering and not their loved ones no longer suffering. Okay, this person is suffering. We do know. I can't speak on what's going on there, but I know that you're suffering, and you have to get through this suffering. Okay, the last thing, number 5, well, you can have another child, or you can marry another person. You can get married again, or you can get another dog. You can just get another, and just, I get that again, true, especially, I mean, I kind of get it more with dogs and animals, but even with that, you can't replace this relationship, this love, with a new situation, a new love, a new relationship. It's still going to be separate and different. And it's not going to, because I have this here, I'm not going to X out, what's occurred. So what you want to do instead is say, let's talk about such and such who just passed. Or talk about a memory. I remember one time when such and such did that thing, and it was hilarious. Let me tell you about that. Do you remember this story? We get to talk about this person. We get to speak about this person. This person had a life. And there were beautiful things in this life that we get to share and we get to celebrate. So don't let this awkwardness, don't think that if I say something to my friend, my family member who just suffered a loss, that it's going to create more pain because I'm talking about it. No, it's not. Sometimes it's a good relief just to be able to say something, or just a quick laugh. They're going to be dealing with a lot. I mean, they're different parts of grief, different stages of grief. And so the emotions are going to be all over the place. Sometimes they're going to want to get out of bed. Sometimes they can't. Sometimes they're not eating or sleeping. Sometimes they're angry. They're mad at God. They're mad at you. They're mad at the world, and it's just a lot of different things. So just let them be where they are, and not try to offer the most magical thing to say or do something. Just be present and let them have their space to grieve. And please do not give a time limit on that. Oh gosh, this person's been gone for like a month. I mean, you should kind of be somewhat over that by now. No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's better for people to go through their process and not try to rush through it to make other people comfortable. Many times we advise people because we're uncomfortable, and if I can just get you to another place and I can be comfortable again with your grief and being with you as you're grieving, don't do that. It's not about you. It's about them and their process. And all you have to do is just be present along the way. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm so hoping and praying this is helpful. I always try to put good stuff out there and be prayerful about it, because I want to be a good steward over what God is allowing me to do. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, use the comments below. I will look at them. I will respond to them. But like I said, feel free to go to the website at ichoosetothrive.com, pull up the article. There's a little bit more information on that, and some things that you can do. And again, I thank you and have a good day.